Hello, this is Hunt Clan back with another Minecraft Let's Play video. This is the, I think the 35th episode? Maybe 34th episode of the Better Than Adventure Minecraft Let's Play Survival series. And today, it's been a little bit, I think like 3 weeks or so since the last episode, but I had something very special planned. I have been thinking for a little while that this world needs something more build-wise. And so I've actually begun development on some very neat additions to the world. So I already have some stuff in my inventory because I just kind of started mapping it out before I recorded. But over here, I've been making some stuff on the other side of the water here. Currently working on almost like a dock bay lagoon thing. So um, my idea for this is that this is all going to be solid wood, and then we can have buildings up here like shops or a hotel, or I actually have something very specific in mind, which I'm not going to get into detail quite yet, but it'll be pretty neat. Um, and I thought this would be a really good spot to make it. It's just like a nice little corner, and then we can make little chill areas, like the beach towels down on these beaches. Maybe make some palm trees or something, I don't know, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But I have a lot of building to do. I don't have a whole lot planned. And once again, Pete and Molly are currently not here at the moment. I don't know really where Pete is at the moment, but Molly is on a trip right now, so Molly couldn't unfortunately be a part of the episode today. But also, I haven't really heard from William the Pumpkin in a while, which makes me a little bit concerned. I'm not really sure if like he's just left, or if well, I mean, surely he hasn't left, but he's been very passive recently, which makes me a little bit nervous that maybe he's like plotting something. I don't know. It's just William the Pumpkin things, you know. um I also usually, this is a little bit off topic, but I usually do one episode of Better Than Adventure, then one episode of another series, in this case Stranded Isle, and I just kind of go back and forth. But I feel that I haven't really been making very much Better Than Adventure content recently. Really not much content at all, to be honest, but I had a very big, when I started the Stranded Isle series, I had a very big focus on it and it alone. I kind of stopped this series for a while, and you know, this series is really awesome. Every once in a while I need a break, but this world and just like the vibe of it, I guess, is just really great. And also, Better Than Adventure has been getting lots of updates, which I haven't really been on top of. So we'll have to, at some point, see what they add. I was going through the guidebook, and there's actually a lot of things that I don't know about. Somewhere in here we got creatures. A lot of them are undiscovered. I don't know what this would be. Some of them might just be some normal vanilla mobs. Like here, obviously this is probably going to be a slime ball. But yeah, I did see in settings that you can disable the hidden, like undiscovered creatures and stuff. But I don't want to do that because I genuinely haven't ever discovered them. So, oh, server crashed. Anyway, as I was saying, I haven't actually discovered all the creatures. So, yeah. Anyway, that actually did not take very long. We've got most of this finished. It looks kind of silly right now, but it will look a lot better. I assure you it will look a lot better in the future, when there's like buildings and stuff here. It'll really add to it. I think it'll kind of finish it up. But in this back here is where I'm planning on building the first building, in the back over here. And that is actually going to be a painting place. So in Better Than Adventure, there's something that you can make called a flag, which is not in vanilla Minecraft, unfortunately. And if I'm remembering correctly, you can paint on it, kind of like a canvas with dyes. And so I thought, how fun would it be to take Molly or Pete to painting school and maybe teach them to paint something? I don't know. Or maybe they'll teach me. We'll see. I don't know. But anyway, so I thought that would be a really fun thing to build here in this corner. I have absolutely no design ideas though, so I don't really know how to start. But the edges of it, I want to. What the heck? Where'd my logs go? I just lost like all my wood. What? Hello? Oh wait, it's back. You know, maybe we should have a ghost investigation place. Like, what the heck just happened? What the heck? You know, let's do that too. But first, we're gonna still focus in on this painting painting shop. So I'm thinking that the main shop is going to be about this big. Absolutely no design ideas. It doesn't even need to be wood. If you guys have design ideas, please let me know. I'm probably going to experiment a bit as well. But roughly this big for like the main shop area where we'll maybe like sell paintings. And then I want to have a back area where there's, or maybe, you know what? Actually, I got an idea. So slight design here, actually. We could have the first floor be like a shop. And then there's a staircase that goes up to a second floor, which is bigger and kind of comes back here into this section over here. So it's kind of like a upside down L, if that makes sense. And all this can be the art studio and the art class, whereas down here is the shop where you actually sell the art. So I'm thinking building-wise, we just need to stick with that design, but if you guys have ideas for that design and what it should look like material-wise and architecture-wise, minus the general building shape and floor layout, then let me know down below. Please let me know. I am open to suggestions. As far as the ghost place or Ghostbusters, whatever, I have no idea. I just came up with that, but I don't know what the heck just happened with my wood. It might have been server lag, but I think having a group to investigate that might be good. So maybe we can stick that attached to the side of this building, kind of like a mall, like an outdoor mall almost. So it can maybe be in. I really wish I brought an axe. That would be incredibly helpful. But maybe it can be like it goes from here, wraps around here. It's gonna be kind of a weird angled building. But I think in there, that should be big enough, because all we really would probably need is an office and like maybe an evidence room where we can capture evidence and write it down on signs or something and put it on walls, kind of like a cork board that they have in like all those investigation movies. But I don't know. I don't know. That's for another time. But we need to get back because it's getting dark and spooky, and you don't want all those spooky goobers coming out and messing stuff up. So, yeah, let me just, oh gosh. Oh, give me the boat, give me the boat. Okay, we're good. I'm also probably going to end up needing to gather more wood, but I don't know. I'm going to head back and get some sleep. Oh my goodness, it's so late. Let's go sleep. Whoa! My goodness. I feel like I always just like don't even dream. It's always just like a fall asleep and wake up and it's like suddenly day. It's like you blink. It's really weird, but strange phenomenon. I don't know. Maybe it's something about this island. In the last episode I did a world tour, and it's been a little minute since Pete and Molly have been on. Or in this world, I mean, or not in this world, on the island is what I'm trying to say. They haven't really been around. They've been out adventuring. Maybe Pete went camping. I don't know. He didn't tell me what was going on. He doesn't usually communicate things like this. Actually, you know what? Before we head back over to the mall or whatever we should call it, if you guys have name suggestions for that area, let me know as well. We should actually go through our storage and see what building materials we have to work with to maybe spark some ideas, because we can't literally build with anything. Like, I can't make the building out of diamond blocks or anything like that. But I don't really remember. Oh my gosh, we got so much stone. We have some bricks, not very much, but we do have some. Lots of cobbled basalt, lots of cobblestone, cobbled limestone as well, which we don't have quite as much of. We got more cobbled basalt in here and dirt, mossy stone and mossy basalt. Forgot that was a thing. We have a couple wool colors, not very many. Most of our sheep are gone, unfortunately, due to wolves or them just disappearing. I'm not sure how, like Woolly Waffle. Most of the wood that was in here I have used now. But we got some white wood and we got some pink wood. And I think that's probably about all we have, actually. I think this is really mainly going to be our building materials here. So this is stone brick. So I could... Actually, do I have gold? I have some gold, because I'm pretty sure gold in this, gold tools work as silk touch, so we could gather lots of stone and then turn it into stone bricks, which might actually be a good idea. So maybe we do that then. Make a gold. Oh, 257 durability. That's a lot better than it used to be. So actually, I'm gonna Yeah, let's go down to the mine. We gotta watch out for the Muffin Man. I haven't seen the Muffin Man in a long time, which is a little bit concerning. I think that we're gonna keep this whole section here sealed off. I don't remember which episode that was, but it was labeled The Horrors Below, if you guys want to go watch the episode if you haven't seen it. On the other side of this wall is a tunnel system that the Muffin Man has created for himself, and it's weird, but it should, yep, Silk Touch, nice. So now we'll just mine for a while with this. Actually, you know what? We should just mine at diamond level, because then we can find diamonds. What am I saying? Although basalt might be down there, so we might not be able to get super low. It might be like the better than adventure version of deep slate. I can't quite remember, to be honest. It's been a very long time since I like looked into the mechanics and stuff of better than adventure. It's been quite a while. I think we want to go this way. I don't even remember, to be honest. Should have brought a compass so we had our coordinates so we could see what height we're at, but don't have that with me right now, so should be almost there, though. I really need to raise this roof, or lower this roof, raise this roof, jeez Louise, so that, oh yeah, this is the tunnel, so that, we can get we can get down the stairs quickly. I think I might make an alternate tunnel this way, is kind of what I'm thinking, with a 2x3 or whatever, and just see how it goes, I guess. You know, another thing that I would like to get into with Better Than Adventure that I haven't done, I don't think I've ever really done it on Better Than Adventure, is looking into redstone. I don't know a whole lot about it in vanilla Minecraft, but I know it works kind of different in Better Than Adventure. It might just be because it's on an older version of the game. I don't know, but I kind of want to look into that and see how it goes. Not too sure. Wait, I wonder, are there basalt bricks? There are. Okay, so we should also gather basalt then. That's handy. We're going right into a basalt vein, so we don't even need to turn our tunnel. I don't think we're alone down here. I think I might have just heard the Muffin Man. Okay, we're gonna have to be careful. We're gonna have to be real careful getting back and hope that we don't run into him. Man, the basalt coal looks really interesting. Oh, I did not mean to get myself cobbled basalt. Let's just place that over here so it's out of the way. I don't want to bring that up in my inventory right now. It's very dark. Very, very, very dark. It doesn't help that we're working with basalt, so it's very like dark down here, and the torchlight just doesn't help. There we go. Tool is broken. Let's head back up, and let's see what the basalt breaks look like placed down. And maybe then we can make a decision on if that's actually what we want to stick with or not. I know I mentioned earlier saying give me design ideas, and I'm still totally open to that. I'm going to probably experiment with some here, may even finish the building. I don't know. We'll see. I don't really have that far planned in this recording session. So here's basalt bricks. They look a little bit strange. They almost just look like vanilla or deep slate from non-Better Than Adventure. I'm not sure how much of a fan of those I am. The stone bricks look really nice. I'm not really a big fan of the basalt bricks. I do think they have a use, just not for what we're currently planning on making with the art school or art studio. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking I want it to be bright colors the more I think about it. That's for tomorrow, though. Whoa, tomorrow's already here. I feel like I just said that's for tomorrow, though. That's crazy. Okay. I do think that bright colors would be nice, for like the floors, maybe the walls, but I don't really want lots of dark colors. The basalt blocks could work. I know it is a dark color, but its texture's like smoother. I don't really know how to explain it, but I don't want it to be like a main part. So maybe it can be like the support beams of the building or something. I don't know. We'll probably have to come back and get some wool and just see how it goes. You know, maybe we could actually angle this so like we got a door here, and then over here we can like display the art that we've made. That would be really neat, actually. Kind kind of thinking I might go for almost like a medieval vibe. I can even leave here. Actually, that might be a little bit weird having this be a window. I am kind of liking how this is looking, though. And here we can bring these up. We could also experiment and see how this would look on the side. No, that's not. It's just too castle-like and like ashy. I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't really work. Also, this top layer actually needs to be wood because that's going to be the floor of the second floor. So, and I do have a lot of birch around me, which I believe would make white planks. I don't think birch planks exist in Better Than Adventure. I think they're just straight up white planks. But I might, maybe I can do that as like floor. I kind of like the idea of having a wool carpet though. I don't think that would be too hard to make either. You know, let's have some windows like this. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. Actually, you know, we could even raise them. No, I think it'll look fine like that. Okay. So, this is going to be a little bit weird. In fact, I think I'm going to have to push this back just a little bit. Actually, you know what? I probably don't need to really do that. So I'm going to take sand. I'm going to fill all this in. And then I'm going to take the stone bricks and, you know, continue the wall here. I should have enough. And that should be all the stone bricks needed for this build. Yes, okay, so we have enough. Now, I believe, yes I do. I have some stairs. So the stairs are going to be in one of the back. I think maybe this corner will work better actually. And this should give us just enough to maybe do that. And you know what? We're gonna need more stairs. We just need one more, and this is gonna make us 6, but it's fine. Just gonna go like that. And you're gonna go. Actually, you know what? This is the wrong place. Oh, jeez. Okay, I gotta mine this up. Here we go. So I'm sitting here waiting to smelt my glass up, and I figured I'd see what all you can craft. And apparently, it looks like you can craft glass doors. Absolutely incredible. We are going to be using this in the art studio. What the heck? Why didn't I know about this? And there's also jars, which I believe you can use. I think we've maybe even done it before in the series. Catch fireflies in the summer season, and spring or whatever. I actually don't know what season it's in right now in world. I believe it's probably in fall for some reason. It's hard to tell. So where did I? Here we go. Yeah, we're in the middle of fall at the moment for some reason, which is kind of a bummer. But it's probably gonna end soon, so it's okay. I don't know what these are. I think I have some of these crystal things in my storage though already. It makes tinted glass. I don't know what this is though. Redstone and whatever the heck this thing is. Well, I have no idea. I need to maybe explore the nether more. I don't really know. There's probably, I think there are some structures that generate in Better Than Adventure. In the Across the Ocean episode, I believe, we found a dungeon. We just didn't go into it. So maybe I should head there sometime and look into that dungeon and see what all's going down with that and see what we can find. That would probably be a good idea. Much mining later and smelting glass later and getting wood and everything. This is starting to come together, I think. Also, these glass doors look epic. It looks a little bit goofy right now because it's not really 3D yet. I haven't really textured the outside or anything. I have a couple of ideas. For the front door, I was kind of thinking of doing something like this. Yeah, that looks good. And I also added these so that there's some light underneath to prevent mob spawning. But this is kind of the idea I was thinking. It comes in the back, so the second floor is bigger, and then back here I can maybe build something else later, a farm or something, I don't know. But this sticks out like this, And then you come inside. This is going to be the actual shop. Right now I'm smelting glass in here. It should be almost done. But this is going to be like the actual shop. We can have some displays in the window here so you can see from outside some of the art for sale. Up here, this is going to be the art room where we're actually going to do art lessons. And back here is just kind of an extra room. So back here we can actually maybe do storage for the store or maybe just the workshop for behind the scenes. I don't know. But that's really what I got so far. It's not done. I mean, this whole like pier thing is definitely going to be a multi-project episode or multi-episode project. Jeez Louise. So anyway, I think I'm gonna end it here. Hopefully, fairly soon we can get Pete and or Molly in to do some art lessons. We got to furnish the place, add some textures to it. But right now, as it stands, it technically is a functional building. It's safe, it's secure, it's sealed, and it's got a nice dock here, straight across from our house back there. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a comment of your favorite thing that happened in this episode. If you have ideas for this build or anything else that we should build or anything on this pier, the mall, anything, let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as the sun sets in the background, I will see you guys in the next one.